G'day everyone, I'm Laurie, the founder of Tendl. Did you know that 13% of the global economy runs on tenders? Tenders are how governments and major organisations buy things. That could be medical supplies for a hospital, a new road, someone to fix a pothole, or even buying pens for their offices. But for the millions of businesses that supply these essential goods and services, tenders are an expensive sales process, costing over $100 billion annually in staff time. For some suppliers, they're spending 30% of their revenue, a big risk with no guarantee of success. With Tendl, I'm building the solution that I needed when my businesses ran and relied on government tenders for revenue. I want to take you through the process that millions of suppliers need to go through every time they do a tender response. First, we need to find a tender. Now, governments list tenders on their websites or on tender portals. Think about it like Craigslist or Airtasker, but for governments. Except there are tens or potentially even hundreds of these portals that we need to look through to find the ideal opportunities for our business. This is a big task. Now we've found a tender, we need to read through pages, potentially hundreds of pages of dry, boring tender documents to try and find and understand the ask in the tender and see whether there's some sort of deal breaker that means even if we did go through all the effort to supply this tender, we wouldn't have any chance of winning. But let's say we've found the perfect tender. We know that we can go for it and we reckon we've got a really good chance of winning it. Now it's time to respond. Except there's only over 200 questions that we need to respond, including collaboration from team members across our organisation. And this process has taken so long that by the time we've done our submission, we don't have time to track our success rate and understand how long our team members are actually spending on this tender submission before the next tender drops and we repeat the whole process again. Each tender response, and remember, this is the primary sales process for millions of suppliers worldwide, takes days. With Tendl, we could have done most of this process in just 15 minutes. Tendl allows you to easily find tenders that fit your business by importing from over 600 tender portals and quickly summarising long, dry tender documents. You can focus on the tenders that you can win by automatically matching between your business capabilities and the tender requirements. When it comes time to respond, you can build on your most successful responses, leveraging what you know has worked and what has resonated really well with your customers to make sure you're putting your best foot forward. Tendl is the first automated end-to-end sales platform for government suppliers. With Tendl, suppliers can focus on their core business, increase revenue by submitting and winning more tenders, all while reducing costs. Tendl customers have reported a 50% reduction in tender costs using the product. We're moving quickly. Since the beginning of StartMate, we've expanded the product vision with over 100 customer calls, launched and built from the ground up and launched an MVP for our new tender management product, all culminating in signing 2 multinational customers tendering globally across the US, the UK, and Australia. Since launching in May, Tendl customers have submitted and managed over $20 million worth of tenders using Tendl. Do you know someone who does a lot of government tenders? Help them out by telling them about Tendl or check out the QR code on your lanyard. Thank you.